the TikToker. Hello, Jerusalem. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people speak to me. Yes, it's 8:30 Eastern time, and I thought I would come live to share something important with you guys. If you don't know, guess what? I got some goodness for you. Saturday, I am going live. Would love for you to be a part of that if you want to learn how to recruit offline. Hello, gorgeous. Yes. Hello, pretty people. Hello, mister. How are you? Oh, my goodness. All the pretty people, make sure you say hi, Jerusha. Let me know that you're in the building. I promise I won't be long tonight because I've got to get prepared for you on Saturday at 11 a.m. But you have to click the link in my bio for recruiting tips. So if you want recruiting tips for your business, please click the link in my bio so you can make sure you have access to that free PDF as well as the business training on a Saturday. Hello, beautiful Miss Bonita is in the building. Say hi, Jerucha. Yes. Let me know where you are from. I'm actually in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm from South Carolina. So if you are a South Carolinian, say, hey, Jerusha, I'm from South Carolina. Yes, I see you. Letitia's in the building. Hi, Lady Jameson. Say hi, lady. Hello, Miss Zakia is in the building. Yes, and hi, Jerusha. Oh, my goodness. Very, very interesting. So let me just tell you what you need to do to get prepared for Saturday. There's a free downloadable PDF about recruiting tips. So you want to go ahead and grab that because we're going to be discussing in detail how you can build your business online and offline, how to communicate effectively, because anybody can communicate effectively to convert those people into your business, your organization, or make a sale. Okay, what's important is you got to understand the number one thing in business is people. You've got to love on the people. You have to recognize the people, and you have to be interested, not interesting. And so when you meet people, you've got to be interested in them. And you don't want to just start talking about yourself. People want to tell you about them. Everybody wants to tell you about them, what they're doing, what they do at work, their titles, their children. They want to talk about themselves. And your job is to make sure that they feel important. Your job is to be a great listener. So if you're just now hearing the sound of my voice, make sure you put newbie in the comments below. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. I'm a newbie. If you are a newbie to me, put newbie in the comments below. If you share and tag, you and I just became besties. Like, you're my best friend if you share and tag, because we all know someone that might need to hear this information, right? So you want to share and tag with your team, your colleagues, your business partners. If you know they need to increase their sales, they need to increase the amount of people they enrolled in their businesses, this may be for you. Hello, Miss Grant is in the building. I see you, Lorraine. Grant is in the building. Oh, I got a newbie on TikTok. So I'm streaming in several places. And so I just want you to know that I'm trying to recognize everybody. Yes. So do me a favor, write this down. Okay, write this down. The first thing that we're going to discuss is some recruiting tips on Saturday. However, today you got to get your mind right. And the first thing you have to understand is all the problems that you're having starts with you. You're the common denominator. You are the problem and you are the solution. Okay. And I have to realize that every day about myself. I want to go to another level just like everybody else. I want to build an empire like everyone else. I want to leave a legacy for my boys like anybody else. I want to do all the things. So I have to constantly be working on myself. So if you're joining me and you don't know, I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in a direct sales business. And I help women start a business in my organization or build their current businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat in the comments below. Say, Jaruja, I want to be a double threat. And so I started my business offline years ago, as everybody else, coffee meetings. I had an office here in Atlanta, so I was meeting face to face, okay? And so I was really good at meeting people face to face, so much so I became number one in my company for sharing the opportunity. I earned all the things, the cars, the trips, the diamonds, the crowns, the on-stage recognition. So that is my baby, is recruiting offline. So I can teach a thing or two, okay? In 2017, 2018, I went online. Very first time, 2017 of January, I recorded something and posted it online. And I've been going live ever since, right? Messing up, making mistakes, feeling embarrassed, all the things, but I still did it. Like, I like to kind of feel the fear. I kind of want to go on the edge. I want to see what's going to happen, okay? Because I want to say I did it. I don't want to be the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I want to know that I lived my best life. I want to know that I had fun. I want to do all the things. And so I put myself out there all the time. I'm putting myself out there all the time. And so what I want you to know is, if you want to learn how to recruit people in your organization, you got to put yourself out there. Okay? Every day, you've got to be learning how to communicate with new people. Now, what's the greatest fear in the world? Does anybody know? Comment below if you know the greatest fear in the world. What's the greatest fear in the world? I know most people say the greatest fear is public speaking, which is something that I've always wanted to just conquer, right? And so that is one fear. But what else besides public speaking? Most people are afraid to talk publicly. I'm always afraid too, but I do it anyway. So what's the greatest fear in the world? Oh, she said, I love to speak on TikTok. She said, I love to speak. Hey, Miss Jocelyn is in the building. Mr. Barry is in the building. Okay. How do I get 10,000? I'm consistent. Okay. Life. Okay. What's the greatest fear in the world? Does anybody know besides me? It's not a shocker. I'm not trying to rejection. Okay. That's a good one. Rejection. That could be it. Okay. That's a good one. What else is the greatest fear in the world? You want me to tell you? Write this down. The greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others. The greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others. She said, for me, it's life. Okay. You are so worried about what people think about you. You better stop worrying about those people. And so if you don't live by other people's praise, you don't die by their criticism. And so I don't care what people are talking about. I'm going to do me first. It's all about what I want to do. I'm not worried about their opinion. If they like it, great. They don't, great. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. And so I'm the person who left a nice corporate job in television and started a direct sales business, okay? And many people criticize, oh my gosh, you went to school for this. Oh my, they didn't realize I was just sharpening my skills. I'm a triple threat, not just a double threat. And so I am glad that was the greatest business decision that I could have made, career decision that I could have made, because I had so many other offers after that. And so I don't need approval to live my life. Too many people are living for compliments instead of living for accomplishments. I'm going to say it again so you can write it down. A pretty person is putting this in the comments for me on Facebook and on TikTok and on Instagram. Yes. Too many people are living for compliments instead of living for accomplishments. I'm living for accomplishments. I want my children to have an inheritance. Therefore, I have to build a big business. You've got to accomplish what you've started. How many of you want a nonprofit? You've been wanting a nonprofit and you haven't started. I need you to start. You've been wanting to start a business and you haven't started. Why? I need you to start. You've been wanting to write a book and you haven't started. Why? You better start. You've been wanting to do whatever, creating an app or whatever. You better start and not worry about what people are going to say about you, because I truly believe this. A strong person does not need the approval of others more than a lion needs the approval of a sheep. I don't need anybody's approval to do me. Care about people's approval and you will be their prisoner. Every day I wake up and say, Lord, what do I need to do to be a better me? How can I better me? What do I need to do? And every day I try to achieve the best version of myself. Write that down. What I've learned is we have to let go of this approval-seeking behavior. Everyone will not approve of you attending Zooms. Everyone's not going to approve of you being on TikTok. Everyone's not going to approve you being on Reels. Everyone's not going to approve of your YouTube. Everyone's not going to approve. They're just not going to approve, right? And so that's why you need to do it anyway. You will not. This is what I had to understand a long time ago. My mother has said this to me. She said, baby, you different. You will not be liked by everybody. You're different. And at the time, I didn't know what that meant, right? And so you will not be like everybody, and everybody will not like you. No matter how much you try, and no matter how nice you are, right? There will continue to be those people who talk about your inappropriate way of thinking, the way that you changed, your behavior. They don't like the way you breathe. They don't like the way you eat. They don't like your hair. They don't like the way, they don't like it. And it's okay. You will have enemies. You know what? This is a good thing, but that means you're doing something. My mother always said to me, she said, if people are not talking about you, then you're probably not doing much. So that means you need to be doing a lot, and it's okay. You will attract your people when you're building your business. I promise you will. Now write this down. Self-worth comes from one thing, thinking that you're worthy. You are worthy of all the things that you've always dreamed of. Every day I have to remind myself. I'm speaking to me. When I show up live, I'm really training myself and speaking to myself as well as you. I'm talking to me too. Self-worth comes from one thing, thinking that you're worthy. Jerusha is worthy. Melissa is worthy. Nashawn is worthy. Teresa is worthy. Deborah is worthy. You are worthy. You are already whole and complete because God made you that way. And God doesn't make junk. And so you are worthy. You're pretty enough. You're smart enough for the place you're ultimately supposed to be at in life. And you got to know that. And so I'm excited for you to start building your business and learning how to recruit people in your organization. So if you want that free downloadable PDF, just grab it. It's basic recruiting tips. And we're going to be live, right? It's going to take you to an email so you can register for the live training on Saturday at 11 a.m. Okay. I love teaching how to help other people be who they are supposed to be. Love it. So these are 5 steps to overcome fear. Write this down. A pretty person, you got me, right? A pretty person's going to put this in the comments for me because I love you too. Okay. And so I struggle with these things too. I just learn how to conquer my fears every single day. Okay. So step one, you've got to accept it. Fear never goes away. Every time I punch live, there's some fear there, but I still punch the button. I still do it. Every single time I get ready to speak publicly, I'm actually speaking in one of the top executives in the company asked me to come speak in Texas, October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So if you live in the Houston area, I will be in that area speaking in this women's event. Every time I'm nervous, right? Every time I'm prepared, I'm ready, but that fear still seeps right in. And so whatever you have to do, meditate, pray, go into silence, whatever you need to do to combat that fear. And that's what I do. I listen to music. I start talking. I have to talk myself into doing it. Number 2, first of all, you got to identify the problem. You got to identify fear is there, and that's what's stopping you. Number 2, identify it. So to leverage fear into courage, you have to be honest with yourself every time you're afraid. So every time you're afraid, you got to say, well, you know what? I'm afraid. I'm identifying this makes me nervous. This feels uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, you do it, because that's where success lies, on the other side of your comfort zone. And that's where I want to be, over there. I'm always uncomfortable. Number 3, you got to feel it. Feel the fear. Invite the fear every day. Feel it. Feel it. Every day I have to feel it. I heard, oh my gosh, I think it was Paula White, but I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her quote, but it said, it's talking about identifying your fears. I can't think of what the quote is. I don't want to say it to you incorrectly. Okay, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay. Number 3, you got to feel it. Oh, you have to identify what the problem is. You have to, in order for you to understand your fears. Oh, I can't remember the quote, and it's so good. Oh my gosh, I wish this girl named Michelle was on here. She knows the quote very well. Okay, I gotta think about it. Oh, you're welcome. She said, thanks for the knowledge. You're welcome. Number 4, you gotta face it. I'm gonna still think about it. Number 4, you have to face it. Head on. You face your problems. You face your fears. You start. And this is what I've learned. I train so many women. So let me just tell you, I'm developing 100 online leaders in my organization. So I really take women and I teach them how to market online, how to brand, how to attract people to you, how to overcome objections, all the things, right? Under my umbrella with my organization. And so in doing that, that's a big, big goal, right? I want to help 100 women, 100 families, all earning a 6-figure income or a 7-figure income, debt-free, time freedom. I want to do all the things, right? And so in order for me to do that, I have to be courageous, okay? I can't be ordinary. I got to be extraordinary. I have to be extra in everything that I do. I have to be extra in my delivery, extra when I show up. I got to be extra if I'm leading people to a different direction. Yes or yes. So I have to face my fears of that, and facing the fear of, oh, what if I can't help them? Or what if they fail, right? Even though I know it's on them, but if they're under my organization, I want them to be successful. I want them to have a great story. I want them to have the things that they've always dreamed of. And so I have to face new fears every day. Every day I do it. And number 5, you have to practice. Like I just said to you, and I know you don't believe it, I was afraid to press the live button too. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and now it's 2021. I was afraid to do it, and every time there's a little bit of fear there, and I practice. Number 5 is practice it. So every time I'm live like this, I'm practicing. I'm practicing for the grand stage. See, I'm practicing every time. Like I was asked to come speak in Houston. I'm practicing. Guess where that person saw me? Online. I'm practicing. When I had the radio station, I was doing this radio show. Guess where he saw me? Online. I'm practicing. So when I tell you, when you show up, you don't know what blessings are going to come from that. I truly believe your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. They get hope from seeing you do it. I give people hope that I don't even know that I'm giving them hope. But the fact that I'm showing up and I'm showing up as me, somebody else is getting excited. Somebody else is starting that business. Somebody else is saying, yes, I'm moving forward. Somebody else is doing it. So whatever you want to do in life, just understand you're not going to need the approval of other people to do it, to make it happen. Oh, you can't confront what you don't identify. That's what it is. You can't confront what you don't identify. And that's what Paula White said. So you got to confront it first, and you got to identify it so you can combat that thing. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? So everybody will not agree with you, your life choices, and what? Approval seeking behavior is time consuming and it drains your energy. Everyone always says, "Oh my gosh, you have such great energy." I have to talk myself into having good energy too some days. Some days I don't feel like being excited. Some days I don't feel like smiling. Some days I don't feel like it. But I know somebody might be depending on me, right? Somebody might be looking for me, like, "Oh my gosh, I got to see this girl." Somebody might need that. Like I have people that I look for every day. I want to see their post. I want to see them speak. They give me life. So energy is contagious. Okay. And also energy is transferable. And so you need to have the type of energy that people want and they keep coming back and they want to be a part of your organization. And so that's what we're going to talk about on Saturday is attracting your people, recruiting the right people in your businesses, recruiting more clients or whatever kind of business you have. It doesn't matter to me. But you need to become focused, fearless, and free in everything that you do. Freedom to be who you want to be. Can I share a short testimony? Sure. Okay. And so do me a favor, click the link in my bio. And once you do, my link tree will come up and it says free business tip. Register for Saturday. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. I'm going to share with you scripts, how you meet somebody face to face, you know, what you should say, how you should look, your attitude, your body language, all the things do matter. The digital business card that I use, like you need this. Who has paper cards? You need a digital business card, in my opinion, right? Or you need that smartphone. Otherwise, it's a dumb phone. So you need to utilize that smartphone. So I'll be talking more about that on Saturday, as well as giving you scripts so you can learn how to meet someone if you were at a networking event, or if you was just at church, or if you were just at a coffee house or whatever. You know how to communicate with people, to exchange names and numbers so you can talk to them about your product, your service, your opportunity. And so because I am a master recruiter, I want to help you recruit more people in your organization. Does that sound good to you? Yes or yes? If that was helpful, hashtag helpful Jerusha. If that was helpful, say hashtag helpful. I read the greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others. And I want you to leave their opinions where what? Where they came from. And so the moment you are unafraid of the crowd and you are no longer a sheep and you just become this lion. Okay. Every day I'm like, I'm the lion climbing the hill. I don't want to settle. Okay. A great roar will arise in your heart. The roar of freedom. You will have so much freedom when you don't care. When you release it, I promise, it's a whole nother level. When you release the opinion of others and don't worry about it and be you, and you'll have people wanting to be a part of everything that you're doing. And so I built my organization organically, online organically. I didn't have to pay and all those things by showing up, giving value, being myself, starting new conversations every single day. Okay, I don't know why Instagram has paused on me, but okay. All right, so do me a favor. All the pretty people say helpful Jerusha. If that was helpful, hashtag helpful. Yes, yes. And so the link is in my description if you're on Facebook. The link is in the description right here. Just click it, grab the free PDF. It's going to take you to register for the it's a private Facebook group. It's going to register you for that for Saturday at 11 a.m. And of course, I'm always expanding on TikTok. The link is in my bio. I am looking for some strong women, typically women who probably work in corporate America like I did, and you want a side hustle. You want to make extra money or a six-figure income. You want to learn how to leverage social media. You just don't want to be on social media and not make money from social media, right? So if you're on there every day scrolling, you might as well make money doing it. And so we're going to talk about all those things on Saturday. And of course, if you don't know, now you know, I also have a 3-day ride. It's a course. I'll tell you about that on Saturday. But I just wanted to come tell you today, I need you to conquer your fears. I need you to do it anyway. Okay. And everyone knows fear means what? False evidence appearing real. It hasn't even happened yet. Fear means what? False evidence appearing real. And so I need you to make sure that you show up Saturday at 11 o'clock. If you want to recruit more people, I'm going to help you do that. I'm going to help you do that. Okay. And so she said, I'm Renee Phillips on Facebook. So what you need to do is click. I'm not going to be able to do that. Click the link in my bio, Renee. Okay. And the first time you click it, it's going to say free recruiting tips. Click it and you'll be registered for the event on Saturday, so you do not miss it. Miss Lorraine, I appreciate you for taking notes for me. Yes. If you enjoyed this and you know someone that needs some recruiting tips, please share the broadcast, because when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. I'm Jerusha Wiggins. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me, and I'll see you on the page.